50-metre journey.
Let's join the voice of Ellerslie, Keith Hobb.
Westport goes up. And the last one now is Hydro to go in. So Cardiac the inside gate. Hydro takes its spot about centre field. So all but ready. Man of Glory sitting back a little. Bit of a myth on the outside gate with the red cap. They're off. And the Morgan Furniture Steeple chase, and one of the first out, No Lies. Bounces out, Man of Glory goes with it on the inside, then Cardiac's lying third. His Worship works up, Chokmun Stars charging up the big grey as they go towards the first on the journey. And Man of Glory just led now, half to Chokmun Star, then No Lies on the inside at the first, and they stride over. His Worship up for deep, a nice jump. Three back behind them then as they work along is Hidden Touch as they go to the second on the far side. Then Cardiac settles midfield, one out from on the inside, Three Generations. On the outside of these is Hoax, then three back, then to Westport. Alongside of it, Kia King, Herney's back, and Hydro is the last horse. So as they go to the foot of the hill, the first occasion, the pacemaker, Man of Glory, a length or two clear now from No Lies in second spot, His Worship on its outside. Up the hill they go, Chokmon Star lying fourth, then a half back, then is Bit of a Myth, two back, then Three Generations, Hidden Touch on its outside, and Cardiac out three deep as they get up on top of the hill and go into the dip. Then followed by Westport's back, a fourth last with Hearn, Hydro, then Hoax, and then Kia King. At the first on top of the hill, coming to it now, Man of Glory strides over a beautiful jump. His Worship jumping nicely, so too No Lies. In fact, splendid display of jumping as they get to the second on top of the hill. At it now, over goes Man of Glory, His Worship a half length away. No Lies drops in third, right then Three Generations. Bit of a Myth is next, then followed by Chokmon Star, got back a little now from then Westport, Cardiac, and then Kia King is in Hidden Touch it is, then back Hearn, and then followed back towards the rear Hydro, and then followed Kia King, and back with it Hoax. The one at the foot of the hill, the Kenny Brown Brush, and coming to it now, Man of Glory just led from on the outside, His Worship, and they stream over at an angle to the centre. On the inside, No Lies saves ground, about four back behind them, Three Generations, about four off the pace. Then Bit of a Myth is the next horse, then Stablemate on the inside, Westport, Chokmon Star, so only about eight covering them as they come to the first one in the centre. At it now, over goes No Lies, Man of Glory on its outside, right there His Worship, then followed by Three Generations going a nice race. Westport on the inside as they approach now the Merc Double. Chokmon Star, the next horse, they bunch up a great side as they come to the first of the double on the outside. Next is Hidden Touch, Hearn, and back there also Kia King. They stream over the first of the double at the second now. On the inside, No Lies took a narrow lead from Man of Glory as they approach the big one in the centre. His Worship's lying third, right on their hammer though is a wall of horses as they go to it. Oh, No Lies, a huge jump at that one and led over a couple of lengths. One down there, Bit of a Myth has dropped the rider. So they go now to that sharp corner and around they go. So the rider of Bit of a Myth out of it. So around that corner they go. Man of Glory just the leader on its outside, taking it on. No Lies, His Worship is right there. Right there, Three Generations on the inside. Next behind them then as they work into the back is Kia King. Midfield Smar, then followed Westport. Two back behind these then Hoax on the inside of Hidden Touch and Hearn. Two back behind these Cardiac is next with Chokmon Star and Hydro, that rider up and walking back, no worries there. So as they go to the far side, the start fence, and they stream over at about 15 lengths first to last. No Lies just the leader, the second on the far side. Right there, Man of Glory, His Worship, the riderless horse on the outside next to Three Generations. Two to Westport going forward, then Kia King quickly, then three to Hoax as they go to the foot of the hill, the last occasion. On the outside, Hearn is next, then followed by Hidden Touch. Five to Cardiac's a fair way off the leaders with Chokmon Star and Hydro. So up the hill they go, and the leader No Lies by about one length. Man of Glory still there, His Worship's been handy throughout, camped on them throughout. Three Generations now, then going after these Kia King. Westport coming into it for Michelle as they go into the dip on top. Three to Hoax and then Hearn, then followed by Hidden Touch. These are the ones with a chance. First on top of the hill and over goes No Lies by a length now. Riderless horse on the outside of it as they go to the second. His Worship drops in for the run of the race, then Man of the Glory is next, then followed by next is Kia King. Then on the inside, Three Generations. They sprint down the hill, and Westport's coming into it, but No Lies is snuck away on the flat and got about a 4-length break as it comes down to the Kenny Brown brush. Hoax is back about 8 or 10 off the pace as they come now to the Kenny Brown. No Lies just in front now, coming at it hard on the outside. Kia King, Westport coming into it very quickly, and then No Worship over next, with then Three Generations on the inside. Around the corner, 1 to go. The Maid Fence in the straight, and No Lies 4 clear here. Three Generations coming out after it, and Westport. These are the dangers as they come towards the last. Kia King is the next horse, and then followed by next is Hoax. Down to the last they come. No Lies in front. They come out wide. Westport on the outside. They're at it. The Rover. No Lies. Westport strongly after it now. On the inside, Three Generations can't win, and now here's Kia King rattling home. On the outside, Michelle Hopkins and Westport have the lead, though they're down to a ding-dong, and No Lies is fighting back on the inside, but Westport just in front, and No Lies is whacking away, hampered by the riderless horse a bit. Westport just in front at the post and lasted. Westport beat No Lies, then followed Kia King the next one, then Hoax was the next one home. Next behind this lot as they went down was Three Generations from Hearn, and then followed home behind this lot was His Worship, Man of Glory. Hydro was next, then followed by Hidden Touch and Cardiac, and Choc Monster was the last one home.
Graham, right?
That was over the sticks the last race. This is a maiden over a mile. And if you want a Golden Slipper, a Melbourne Cup, New Zealand Derbies with Like a Gov. And here he is today on Oaks Day, a day that no doubt he'll remember with special affection. If you're wondering where New Zealand race number 8 went, a delay, and it continued.
Morning in certain other areas still. And we're ready for the first of 8 here at Rosehill Gardens on a pristine day. A track that is officially rated slow. It's slightly better, they say. Rail is true, and they're off in the first of the day, and immediately our Rambling Rose out the back, and Royal Venture bounced out in front of Classy Dane. Pimpala Bell hit the ground running and going up smartly as Mariana, and not far away as Falante's Rose. Colonial Express just off the pace now, followed closely then by Tableau. On its inside is Star Promise. 2 lengths our Rambling Rose, and Bracasia's last. Coming down past the 700, and Pimpala Bell to the lead clearly from Royal Venture. Classy Dane a length and a half third. Mariana on its inside, and then Colonial Express and Tableau. Falante's Rose over on the rails, niggled at 2, followed then by our Rambling Rose and Star Promise, and 3 lengths to Bracasia. Coming down to the turn at the 500, and the leader is Pimpala Bell, about a half to 3/4 of a length on Royal Venture, and tracking the leaders the favourite Classy Dane, a couple behind them, and then Tableau followed by Mariana, and a gap of a length Colonial Express and Star Promise as they pass the 300, and now Classy Dane is starting to knuckle down to her work, and Tableau's going with her. It's Classy Dane and Tableau. They've raced away from Royal Venture. Classy Dane ahead in front of Tableau, who won't give in. It's Classy Dane and Tableau clear of Royal Venture. Classy Dane and Tableau, and Classy Dane does enough. Classy Dane narrowly, I'd say, over Tableau, with Royal Venture third. Then Bracasia, Colonial Express, Pimpala Bell, Star Promise, our Rambling Rose, followed by Mariana and Falante's Rose. Raced disappointingly and finished near enough to last.
Well, it got there, Classy Dane, but hard work for Mitchell Bell in the saddle. The young claiming rider exacting the best from this tiny Danewin filly, who's got a stack of ticker and is prepared by Peter Domkins. So across the line, 1, 11 and 8. Hard work though, but nevertheless it collected the cash. Now exotics are coming through. The Quinella 29.10, Exacta 39.60, and we await a trifecta in first 4. Trifecta 287.10, first 4 with number 9 fourth at $3,849.20. 1, 11, 8 and 9. That's the first on the card at Rosehill. First 4's all races, quaddies races 4, 6, 7 and 8, and a Unitab first 4 kicks in on race number 6. Hegel Farm jockeys are up at $4.90 and number 6. Number 9, Miss Pickle, comes in. It's $13 in New Zealand. The market is very much compressed around this order. 4, 5, 6 and 7 are the clear-cut fancies. and no other major moves from across the Tasman. So let's head across the Tasman where the team from trackside stands by. Jack and the Beanstalk being their tote favourite, Super Tab players getting the best of the value.
Half-sister of Van Winkle earlier in the program. Van Winkle will start a warm favourite, or half-brother, Wee Winkle rather. The bigger brother, Van Winkle, will start one of the leading contenders. Let's join Radio Pacific's Tony Lee for the call on race 5.
Take a breath, Tiger. Take a breath. We're all in, ready.
Off and racing now. Half full, a little bit slow to begin. Talkback goes back with Redlands, No Redemption. And Cheeky Mara's gone back as well. Bright Beauty, Casarosa and Coat to a Miss all begin quickly. Right on them, Lady Corella and Sergat the outside. Charlotte Gray's the next to Miss Pickle, and then Jack and the Beanstalk as they run past the... Whoa! Miss Pickle out. Redlands over the top. And another one there, Cheeky Mara as well. Nasty fall there. And getting checked out of it was Talkback. Oh, all sorts at the 800 metres. Meanwhile, it is Coat to a Miss to Bright Beauty and Casarosa. They're followed through a length and a half away. Sergat, Lady Corella, then Jack and the Beanstalk. Charlotte Gray on the inside. No Redemption and a little deeper out as Julia O'Reilly, 600 metres to go. Foxy Lady was the next to half full. Talkback further away. Aye, sir, those riderless horses all over the place here. 3 of them as they run on down, and no riders to their feet. Yes, the rider of Miss Pickle is up. They turn. We're here. Oh, another one. You wouldn't believe it. Oh, no, Redlands slipped. It was already out. Meanwhile, Jack and the Beanstalk let go with a run. Julia O'Reilly's coming very quickly. Blouse straight on past, and then half full. And Lady Corella, Julia O'Reilly, half full on the outside, is starting to try and pick it up. Julia O'Reilly first up for the Atkinsons. Down the outside, half full lunge. The local grabbed it. Half full got up to beat Julia O'Reilly, Lady Corella, Jack and the Beanstalk, and then Charlotte Gray. Sergat Talkback did well. Foxy Lady, No Redemption. Back behind these has been Casarosa, and then Bright Beauty, Aye, sir, and Coat to a Miss will be one of the last nasty incident down the back of the track there.
Sure was. Those 3 coming down, then one of them which dislodged its jockey, went for a heavy tumble turning for home, but then got straight back up. Wayne Marshman, the winning trainer, Peter Taylor in the saddle, that Jahaffle horse, 16, 14 and 16, $6.10. And if you're betting ahead in New Zealand, the next race, the favourite is clearly the 2 ahead of the 6. Betting order on race 7, which is Ellerslie's 5th race, is 2, 6, 1 and 3. Well, it's been some weeks since we've seen racing at Cheltenham. To preview.
Bit appreciated of that. Well, David, you've been in pretty good form since you've been having a few rides here in Melbourne. Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
There is David Perez, and he starts off the races today with For Us All in the opening race, and he finishes off with He's Quick. He probably is.
Okay, off tongue control For Us All. Nose roll for Prince Bailey, the good looker from the mounting yard, as we head trackside and join Greg Miles.
And that's the one to move in, Prince Bailey, and we'll have them right to go. Coquita is the favourite. Second pick is Cormowan. Hasn't been a positive move for any of the others. So Prince Bailey to complete it now. 1,000 metres. Track rating is dead. 4.72 the penetrometer. Rail true. And Coquita the favourite. Drawn gate 1 for the first on the card. They're set to go. All clear is through. Ticking over just lifted. They're off. Now missing the start was Doppio, and For Us All bounded out quickly, had the early lead. Coquita's driving up, and Cormowan in the centre made a line of 3. Atkinson eased off them to settle 4th, and then came Ticking over. Doppio's got through on the inside, and Prince Bailey went back to last. As they settle fully, Coquita the leader. Cormowan a half length away in second placing. For Us All, the Tassie Galloper, is third now. Doppio, after a slow start, gets up 4th the inside, trailed by Atkinson, Ticking over, and Prince Bailey. Coquita did it pretty well coming around the home turn. A half length Cormowan. For Us All going up again on the outside, and then Doppio, Atkinson, Ticking over, pulling to the outside, and last is Prince Bailey. Coquita now under pressure. Cormowan having a real go at it on the outside, and then For Us All 3 deep, followed by Doppio. Coquita with a kick in the early part of the straight though from Cormowan. For Us All the outside, and then Doppio. Coquita under the whip is finding something. For Us All is driving late and coming hard, but Coquita, a long neck. For Us All, a good run. Doppio, a beaut run, third, and then Cormowan weakening the last little bit to 4th. A gap to Atkinson, and then Ticking over, and last was Prince Bailey. Just a bit too much experience there. Number 1, Coquita, ridden by Dale Smith, takes out the first. Jumped reasonably, but soon railed through to hold the lead. And although just getting off the fence a little bit in the straight, had put a break on the field in the early part of the straight and held on well. Kawita first, second to For Us All was a good performance, and third will go to Doppio. Number 7, no dividend, but an excellent run after missing the start. Time 1 minute and 1 second, 61 seconds time in the first. On a dead-rated track, Kawita going on from his Flemington victory to win here. He showed plenty of speed in that on a slow track and has taken it to Moonee Valley as well, so good solid win by the favourite in the first. Cormowen showed plenty of pace to share the front with a half length of the leader, but just weakened over the closing stages there. And the third placing was an eye-catcher in Doppio. 1, 2 and 7 in the first in 61 seconds. Race 2 today, the Brendan McCarthy handicap. They'll all go around their field of 13 over the 2040. The 3-year-olds at 12.55.
Correct weight we have at Eagle Farm, 12,796, $3,029.70. Cheltenham's our next port of call, going onto the track, and they're beginning to parade at Rosehill Gardens for the second race on the program. More from there very, very soon. Cheltenham due to go 7 from now. Sky Ratings went with Dam Salak Warrior. It's into Viking Tour, looking to improve on its run last week, and Pontigard for Brent Stanley. Today the lugging bit comes off, Hurricane Lou with blinkers on. Fixate
in this race, so this time last year he won a race quite similar to this, so yeah, he should be race well.
And what about your mate Bush Padre? Can he win again today?
Oh, let's hope so. He's drawn.
Yeah, close up Ebenaze from Huggermug, Manor High Star, She's a Ripper, and also Brookman. Then came Toast to Lenny. Jamoon didn't finish off from Mr. Scandalous, Wellback Stockade Boy, and Baroness Rose virtually second last and last throughout in a time of 1:27.59.
And they swing. We hear Reg let go with a very quick turn of foot. Queen Rani a fine Starboy between them. Reg out wide, more than a length in front. Say Magic battling back as to then as Van Winkle closer to the inside, and then bumper to bumper and Starboy, but Reg favourite in front, and he'll win. Reg has got it. Bumper to bumper, maybe second. Van Winkle right alongside of it, very close. And then Queen Rania, Say Magic, Starboy behind these when they've hit the line. Kinetic Vaticanation, College Union, too good. Number 2, Reg continues his winning way. That is 8 from just 19 starts, and he has been a...
He's been a gem of a horse, winning the listed stakes event after being close up in previous stakes events. Prepared by Les James at Trentham, Paul Taylor in the saddle. That's more than a couple of 2 or 3 wins today for Paul. Back at Rosehill, here's Wayne Harris.
Very good race here, race 2, very open affair. I've marked them 7, 1, 2 and 8. Taking the chance...
Just drawn the inside here. Some good-looking animals. Viking Tour. Can he make amends for a very disappointing performance last Saturday at Randwick? Torpedo's not quite in the gates as I speak. Darren Beedman aboard. Fresh from his 5 winners, of course, on Wednesday. Now the starter climbs the stand. Red light is on. Tempo moves. There's also some fidgetiness wide out. Maybe Torpedoes. Tempo's rider just wiping the horse's neck. Starter came back to ground level, and Fixated is out of the stalls. That was obviously the problem. Fixated, he is in gate 6, or was, and he's now out behind the line. Rodney Quinn has dismounted from the second pick. He's out officially, Greg. 12:37, thank you. Fixated, played up in the barrier stalls, and obviously has done some damage to him. And he is out at 12:37 Eastern. Number 1 is a late scratching here. Fixated was 4:40 on the Tota New South Wales and was longer in the ring, about 5:50. So number 1, a late scratching, Fixated. Set to go. They're off in the second. Tempo and Pont du Gard missed it. Capri slow. Torpedoes didn't jump quickly and is back to second last. And Hurricane Lou taken on and headed by Drocknock. Tempo going fast, and Viking Tours right with the leaders. A length and a half further back is Lespalia caught a little wide from King of the Stage, Capri, and then Red Rebel. 2.5 Torpedoes, a couple Pont du Gard, and Fixated a late scratching. On past the 7:50 they travel, and Drocknock almost joint and in fact headed by Tempo along the rails. A length the Viking Tours for third, and wider out Hurricane Lou. Over on the inside is Capri. L'Espalia's out in no man's land, followed by Red Rebel, and then king of the stage, 3 Torpedoes, and 3/4 to Pont du Gard, repeating the late scratching at 12:37, fixated around the corner, and Tempo is the leader. He shook off Drocknock. Capri's gone up on the inside. Hurricane Lou and Viking Tour are still there, and Torpedoes is making valuable ground right up against the inside rail at the 250, and Torpedoes after Capri. L'Espalia is joining in Hurricane Lou, and here's Pont du Gard. It's L'Espalia and Pont du Gard. Torpedoes can't win it. Pont du Gard and L'Espalia. It's Pont du Gard, a nose in front of L'Espalia, and Pont du Gard gets there from L'Espalia. Third Capri, and then came Torpedoes with Hurricane Lou. Tempo weakened out of it, then Drocknock, followed by Viking Tour. On the outside next was Red Rebel. Good margin off to King of the Stage, and the late scratching at 12:37 Eastern, number 1 Fixated.
Pont du Gard, 6:10 and 170 should get this. Paul Perry and Brent Stanley combined on the outside. The lugging bit coming off today, has that done the difference? The L'Espalier at $1.40 the place, looks to have got second in the Yvonne Smith colours. Third will go the way of Capri. So 9 should get it. 6:10, $1.70. 2 second, $1.40. 15.44 Capri. So we await confirmed fourth, and then we'll have all dividends through as soon as they're semaphored on course. Now it's through 9.23. Quinella fit 10.50 now. Late scratching Eagle Farm important.
Came in for some very good support earlier through bettings. Just eased to touch now, and Lear has been just a bit on the easy side, opened up right in the market. Lear has the inside, change of rider today. Now Cyclone Bell, the rank outsider. Righto Joe just about ready now for the second on the program. Chopping Wood to move up into the gates. He'll go forward, one of a number of horses who like to slide forward in this race. Anderley's a front runner. This horse coming in now, Kalira King, naturally likes to be with the speed. So Chopping Wood to move in, and we'll have them right to go. Second on the program. They stand in well. Matardi in gate 5 in the blue colours. They're off and racing. Lair and Catavia jump well on the inside. No Chatter just missed it a little and is drifting back in the early stages. And there's Chopping Wood going on with Anderley and Kalira King. Bishop's Cleave just off them. Settling down. He's hot right now. Caught about 4 or 5 wide in the purple colours. Chopping Wood had the pace to clear them comfortably. Anderley goes to second, and they're followed then by Bishop's Cleave, who's on the inside in third place. Around it, Kalira King, and then a length and a half. Murtadi, who settles down in fifth the rail. 1 1/2 Zabian, he's hot right now. Next Lair on the inside of Catavia. 3 lengths further back in the field is Cyclone Bell, being trailed by No Chatter. Behind her then is De Capo, and How Ironic is last of all. They've run it very solidly up towards the turn at the 1200 metres, and Chopping Wood the leader out by 3. Anderley carts the field up 2 lengths behind him, then Kalira King. Bishop's Cleave fourth the inside. Next Murtadi on the inside of Zabian, and then he's hot right now. Lair's on the fence, trailed by Catavia, then a length and a half to No Chatter. Next is Cyclone Bell, De Capo, and How Ironic last of all. 20 lengths from the leader, 1,000 metres to go, and Reese Wheeler has not taken his foot off the accelerator. Chopping Wood out by 7 lengths around the 800 turn now from Anderley. In third place in Kalira King from Bishop's Cleave, and then 3 lengths Murtadi, Zabian, and they were trailed further back then by He's Hot right now. Lair hard ridden on the inside, and then Catavia, No Chatter, De Capo, and they've got right away to the other 2, Cyclone Bell, who's now being passed by How Ironic at the 600, and Chopping Wood. The lead has been whittled away. Anderley closes rapidly. Kalira King only a length back, and then He's Hot right now starting to respond, followed by Zabian. Catavia's making ground, and then Lair and No Chatter. Anderley took the lead. He's Hot right now is coming home solidly, then Kalira King. Catavia still runs on, and then Lair. They come to the turn now, and He's Hot right now shoots to the lead. Catavia a big danger. No Chatter's running on. He's Hot right now in front. Catavia and No Chatter in the middle. It's Catavia hitting the lead now. The top weight starts to draw away, and Catavia, well supported, went on to win it well. Catavia first, No Chatter second. He's Hot right now third, and close up was Lair. How Ironic came from a long last, and then De Capo. Kalira King just one battered. Next to finish was Anderley, Zabian, and then a long break Murtadi, who's struggled in the run home. Behind it, Chopping Wood and Bishop's Cleave, and one more, Cyclone Bell.
Really, as Saturday goes by and we see Bryce Diekman not in the winner's circle, he's ridden that top weight to victory. for trainer Leon McDonald. The Grand Lodge 3-year-old proving too good, winning 2 of its past 3. It's 1, 12, 9, possibly 11 in 4th. We'll get that confirmed. Trifecta New South Wales, $1,102.90. Quinella, $112.70. Cheltenham's second race on the card. 2-year-olds are heading out. And in this race, Maduro from Danny Boy, Proper Bay and Endemon for Joe Bowditch on page number 1 of betting. On the second page, it's Rainbow Fortune, which has been a noted firmer for Paul Gatt. So it's enjoying good support. Rainbow Fortune is its name. Putting them in market order, it is Maduro. Rainbow Fortune from the Richard Jolly Yard ran 3rd at Morphettville behind Mrs. Spudley 2 weeks ago. That was its 2nd career run. And it's firming right in betting to be the clear-cut 4th pick. There is a value bet on the race. Now, 11 in 4th. Now, at Rosehill Gardens, runners are parading. 3rd race on the card. 3-year-old fillies are going around. And latest check of betting has Royal Catch ahead of Almaciga and Template on page 1. On page number 2, double-figure odds, St Jessie, the best of those, at $11. Miss Bowie is a ride for Robert Thompson for...
Royal Catch, Beedman's Mount, flew out and leads about a half length or so, settling down. Rosmarino in hot pursuit, and St Jessie will head the pair. 2 further back in the field, Zanzara Bang, followed by Template at a length of Verstack. 1.5 further away in the field is Chatelaine, and then Decena and Hampden Park. And around the outside, making up a little bit of ground now as they come down the side of the track, was Miss Bowie. Followed a length and a half further away, Almaciga and Living a Dream. 600 to run. Rosmarino burnt away, nearly 2 lengths on Royal Catch. 3rd is St Jessie. Verstack to 4th, and then Template, Zanzara Bang, followed by Simbala, Chatelaine, Miss Bowie. And then comes on the outside, Living a Dream, Hampden Park. Well back in the runners, Decena and Almaciga's under the whip, second last in the straight. And Rosmarino, 300 out, a length and a half on St Jessie. Royal Catch labouring in 3rd posse. Then Template nearer to the inside. Rosmarino, 175 to go. Taken on by St Jessie, who's almost level. Rosmarino being overhauled by St Jessie, and then Template, but St Jessie is doing by far the better, and St Jessie gets up to win it from Rosmarino, Template and Zanzara Bank from Simbala and Miss Bowie. Then Almaciga, Hampden Park, Royal Catch, followed by Verstack, and then Decena, good margin, Living a Dream, and Chatelaine. Again, a most disappointing horse finishing at the tail of the field. Number 11's got the money. Number 11, St Jessie, written by George Scamone for Kerry Jordan, and owners W. Gleeson and T. Goss by Jet Bull from B. Bopalula. By golly, she's been racing consistently. And on that heavy track out here 2 weeks ago, she ran 5th to Southern Rose, and stepping up onto a better surface here today that suited her. Number 11, the winner. Second goes to number 8, and that is Rosmarino. Just found wanting in the last 75. And filly by Langford, trained by Gary Portelli, Ron Stewart aboard. And number 5, Template, 3rd. A filly by Thundergulch, trained by Darren Smith, ridden by Mitchell Bell.
Royal Catch, the gallop that went round as the fancied runner over the concluding stages, was just eased out by Darren Beam at that stage with the nose roll, just given a little bump. And that's it with the blue and a green striped cap. St Jessie, Rosmarino and Template. Zanzara Bank has run 4.